Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Tuesday. And so today we are going to be making a treat box for our project. And I don't make many boxes. I do a lot of fun folds, I do regular cards, but I don't really do a lot of boxes. But this box is so easy and it's so cute that I thought, well, let's give it a whirl. So before I get started, I'm just going to talk about 2 minutes about my In It to Win It promotion. And so this is the grid of all the boxes, 50 boxes. And when you place an order of $50 or more, you actually get to pick a box, an open box. And when it's completely full, I will do a random drawing and someone will win a 50 plus prize. Okay, so the value is going to be at least $50, maybe a little more. So if you have placed your order, you probably already got a box. There are several open boxes still remaining. So there's no deadline on this. It's just whenever the grid fills, that's when we'll do the drawing. Okay, so thank you for participating, those of you that already have. Okay, so today we are going to make this 3x3 treat box, and I have worked in PowerPoint to make a grid, photograph of the actual instructions. Okay, so if you want to do a screenshot, there you go. I will try to put it down below in the comments if I can put a photo in there. I don't know for sure if I can. And it's super easy. I'm going to make it today. I'm going to go through the instructions. I'm going to be using Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. The one that I showed yesterday was this one. Okay, I'm not going to make a blue one today. I'm going to make a pink one. But it's so cute. So the little lid lifts open, and then inside you put your treat. I'm thinking you could put, 3 lip balms. You could put a hand sanitizer and a lip balm. You could put cash. You could put a little cello bag with some candy in it. I'm going to use a York peppermint patty, a giant one. So those are like some of my favorites. So let's get started today. I am going to be using a bubble bath as my base for my box. And then I'm going to be using this designer series paper as some of the fill-ins that I'm going to glue. I'm going to use liquid glue. I'm not going to use any other adhesive, just liquid glue. I'm going to use 2 stamp pads, bubble bath and Moody Mauve, and then I'm going to use 1 marker. And it's pretty simple. You just need a pair of scissors. I am going to use a little piece of acetate. So this is just under 3x3. Can't see it because it's clear. 3x3. Okay, and I'm just going to put that over the opening because I don't want my, you put something small in there, it would fall through. And then also I'm going to use stylish shapes. So I'm going to cut the little hole with stylish shapes. And I'm going to use, I am going to use 1 stamp from Cheerful Daisies and 1 stamp from Charming Sentiments. So those are the only stamps I'm going to be using. Okay, so let's get started and make this cute little box. Okay, so the size of cardstock that you need is 5 1/4 by 11. Okay, so just cut 5 1/4 and leave it 11 inches this way. Okay, and you're going to be doing several score lines. So get your trimmer out. If you have a scoring tool, that's great. You can use that for sure. And I am going to, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this upside down or not. I'm going to try. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it upside down. I think it's too hard. So just follow along, and then super easy to just do a screenshot of the instructions. Okay, so you are going to make 5 score lines this way. So put it in lengthwise, and your first score line is going to be at 1/2. Okay, so you're going to use your gray blade if you're using your paper trimmer, and you're going to do 1/2. And this is cardstock, so you can give it a little extra push. If it was designer series paper, you got to go a little bit lighter with the scoring blade. But with cardstock, you need to go a little harder. Okay, and then 1 1/4 is the next one. And then 4 1/4. And then 5. And then 8. Okay. Those are your 5 for that way. Now you need to flip it the other way, and you're going to make 3 score lines. The first one is 3/4. Okay, so you're going to do 3/4. Sure it's level. Okay, you don't want that cutting blade in there. Okay, so 3/4. and then 1.5. Okay, and then 4.5. Okay, and that's it. So now you have all your score lines that you need. Okay, and now you just get to do some trimming. All right, so what I suggest is taking your bone folder and making all your folds. All right, so just go ahead and make all your folds nice and crisp with your bone folder. It's easier this way because you can see your lines better. Okay, and then the same way, the same thing with the other side. There you go. Now you're going to cut away a few things. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to work up in this one corner right here. Okay, so this is the one that has like 4 little squares, and you're going to cut away. You're actually going to, look at my instructions so I don't get this wrong. You're going to cut away this one. Okay, and then you're going to angle this one. And then you're going to cut that away. Okay, so that's trash. All right. And then you're going to come over here. And you're going to do kind of the same thing. You're going to cut in. Okay, and then you're going to angle this one. And then you're going to cut this whole thing away, all the way from the side. So you're going to go down to the second score line, and you're going to cut all the way over to where you cut. All right. So this is actually going to make the lid. All right. And then the bottom, you're just going to trim this first corner away. No more angles, just straight lines. Okay. So you're going to cut that away. Then you're going to go over here and you're going to cut this one away. Just this last square. 3 inches by like 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and then you are going just to do some, just cut up. These are dotted lines on the, they're dotted lines, that means just cut up like that. Okay, and then here you're going to, I'm going to see, how did I do this if I want to, yeah, so you're going to cut here and here. So look for those dotted lines. Okay, so I think that's it. All right, now, before we, before we do anything else, we're going to do a little stamping, okay? And we are actually going to stamp on this piece right here. Okay, so we are going to do a little stamping, and I'm going to use that one little stamp I said from Cheerful Daisies. I'm going to use this little stamp right here, and I'm going to stamp that in Moody Mauve. So I'm just going to stamp this a few times. Ooh, nice and dark. It's okay. I'll do one down here. Okay. And then I'm going to take my marker. And this is copper clay. This is my copper clay marker. And I'm just going to color the centers of these. And it's going to be real noticeable because that, I think that'll lighten up as it dries. That ink. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take our shapes, and this is the stylish shapes. I'm going to use 2 squares. The first one I'm going to do is this one. I'm just going to cut that hole out of the center. I have my cut and emboss right here by me. So you're going to cut a square. If you don't have a square, you can use a punch. You can use a circle. Actually, a circle would be really cute. Okay, so you could do a circle or you can do a square. Okay, if you have a punch, you can just punch it out. All right, so I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to try to center it as much as I can. All right, that looks good. Am I a perfectionist? No, not really a perfectionist, but I like things to look good. Okay, so I have that now. And I have this. Okay, so before I put my dies away, I'm going to cut one more out of this. I'm going to cut that little center out. Okay? I'm going to use that later, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that out now. So I have this now. Okay, this I'm not going to use right now, so I'm going to put that aside. All right, I'm done with the dies, so I'm going to put those away. Now what I want to do is use my clear acetate, and I'm going to glue that on the inside of the box. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right along the edges here. You don't want to go too much because you don't want it squeezing out onto your acetate. You can use vellum. If you don't have any acetate, you can use vellum. Okay, I'm going to hold that down. Okay, now you have to decide if you want you could stamp all over your whole box. If you don't want to use designer series paper, you can just stamp over your whole box. But I did choose the designer series papers. And so I have 4 of these cut, and they're 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 squares. Okay, so I'm going to glue those into my onto my box. And the first one I'm going to use is this one. Okay, and then I'm going to put one on this side of this. Okay, I love that one. It's got that daisy right in the center. Okay, now this is going to show on the inside of the box, and the only reason I'm doing this is because mine's not going to show unless you take the candy out. But if you have something small in there, this will show through the window. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one on this back side. Actually, it's the front side. So see how much I'm not using a whole lot of glue. You don't need a whole lot of glue, just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to use some of these strips, and this is about 3/4, just under 3/4 of an inch by 2 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down, and I'm going to put one. Let's see, I'll make sure I put these in the right place. Yeah, I'm going to put 2 here. Okay, so this is actually this is all from the same designer series pack. It's called That Fresh as a Daisy. Okay, so I'm going to put that down. This one. Should be using I have it right here, but I'm not using it. That's not very smart, Trevis. A silicone craft sheet. Okay, and then this is going to be on the bottom one. Okay, so I'm going to put that one down here. And then, okay, and then this one is going to be on the spine. Okay, so do this on the spine. And then one last one. So you have 5 of these. And I love how fast this glue dries. It gives you a little bit of wiggle room, but not a whole lot. Okay, so now it's time to assemble our box. Okay, so this little piece right here is going to glue inside right here, like that. All right, so I'm gonna put my glue right on this little that's that 1/2 inch, okay? And the easiest way to do this is to lay it flat and just let it glue it down flat like that. Okay, and that's going to pop up like that. Okay, and then these, you're going to push these in, push this one down, and then this is actually going to come forward like that. You want to line them up to make sure that the edges are straight. I think my other one is a little crooked. Hey, the more you practice with this, the better you get. Okay, and then our lid, we are going to, this is where it gets a little tricky. We're going to put a little adhesive right here. Do one at a time. I suggest one at a time. Hold it. And then right here, a little extra, and then hold that. Okay. Now before I, see I've got a little extra right there, so I'm going to trim that away. Just so that it lines up nicely and looks really finished. Okay, now I have this little piece. I'm going to do a little stamping on here. I think I'm going to try this. Instead of using, oops, wrong stamp. What did I do with the stamp? Here it is. Instead of using Moody Mauve, I'm going to use Bubble Bath. Clean that off. See how this works. I may have wished I did that for the other. Oh yeah, I like Bubble Bath much better than the Moody Mauve. It's a little dark. But Moody Mauve is perfect for Just For You. So Just For You is from Charming Sentiments. Okay. And now I am going to put a little adhesive right here at the top, just at the top. And this is going to close. This is going to come down and make our lid. Okay, and then this is actually going to go right here. And I'm going to have to hold that for a little bit. That's why you just want glue right there. You don't want it on the inside, right? Okay. And then I said I have my York Peppermint Patty. It's a perfect size for this little box. I'll flip this back. Put this inside. Close that. I could add some embellishments if I wanted, but I don't really know if it needs it. And there is our finished treat box. I'm calling it a treat box, but you can put anything in it, right? You can put a little embellishment in there if you want. They are so cute. So, hope you enjoyed this video today. My name's Trevis Bossler, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. Appreciate your watching my videos and subscribing. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.